Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time here, I surely appreciate you stopping in. Hey guys, today we're out on the farm. Of course, you know, like everybody have a laundry list of things to do, right? And got home, let's say almost a week ago now, and 4 days of straight rain, 9 inches of rain, 72 hours. I guess it was a good thing to catch up on some emails and some phone calls, right? And get some video shot, but it wasn't worth a darn trying to get a bunch of chores done, if you will, deer chores, right, out on the farm. So today's video, guys, we're going to talk about what I feel every year that I do a video on this, but to try to touch on this topic, but what I feel why mineral doesn't work and what you should use, right? There's just so much, I guess we'll just call it nonsense out there, right? There's just so much that says, hey, minerals don't work. I shouldn't use them. It's a waste of time. Yada, yada, yada. It's not healthy for the deer. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, right? So first and foremost, what I'll tell you guys is I'm a strong believer. So one, I believe that minerals do work. But I will be the first to tell you that I think the reason that minerals don't work is because they're too darn high in salt. There's nothing else in them. Most of the big buck bag mineral, let's just call it that. Hopefully there's nobody with that name. If not, that might be a good name, right? Big buck mineral, big buck bag mineral. But it's full of salt, right, guys? It's just 92%. Yeah, it smells like apples. The salt. We all need salt. Mammals need salt. If I've learned anything from my boy being in the military, he's always preaching we need salt, right? But we don't need all the salt, and the deer are no different. And to say that they don't need or can't use a vitamin supply or a mineral supply in their diet, not only, I mean, antler growth on the far side end of it, right, but the health side of it. To say that, it's bogus, right? It's not the truth. It'd be like just saying that a bodybuilder or someone, you know, trying to stay in shape, trying to work on their physique or trying to stay healthy or whatever the case is, doesn't need protein shakes or doesn't need creatine. You know, creatine's horrible. Well, it's not. It's one of the best things out there for your body. So there's all this stuff, right, that we can just tie to our world into the deer world. And if I've learned anything over the last couple of years, guys, from Brad Harper with Harper Growing Solutions and DLS Outdoors that Brad has now with the mineral, I'm going to tell you guys, I've been using it for the last couple of years, and it's totally opened my eyes to what mineral really should be, right? What mineral can be and what should be being sold that's not being sold. So kind of end of the rant there, but just, you know, don't fall into that trap of everybody saying, hey, it's no good and it doesn't do anything, and well, it does. So if you question that at all, is it good for the deer, is it not, guys, I highly recommend using a quality mineral such as the JackHammer from DLS Outdoors through Brad Harper, and really seeing what it does. But like I said, 20 or 30 deer a day on it, and they're eating it, right? It's not just a salt lick, right? They're eating it. So I'll tell you a little story here, guys. So last August, it was when I first got it in August. So I put it out, and that's usually, I mean, they're using a lot of it to kind of finish that antler development, you know, time period, that last phase, if you will. But that's when the mineral kind of starts petering out, right? So that's what I was accustomed to because I was using high salt, right? Put Brad's stuff out there with DLS Outdoors, the JackHammer, and guys, there's like that night they were on it, and I thought, that's, you know, it must be the smell, right? Well, all of a sudden they're on it, you know, 3 times a day, and they're eating it. And when I say eating it, I mean eating it, devouring it like corn. Now there's no corn in it, right? The other product Brad has, the full course, has corn. That's a supplement that you mix into your corn ration, but this is just a mineral, and they're eating it like mouthfuls of it. I'm thinking, must be something to this, right? So I started watching it. Then your brain goes to, okay, what are they really lacking? If they're devouring a mineral instead of just licking it like a salt lick, if you will, what are they lacking in their diet? So I don't know what that is yet, guys, but I know that my deer here in central Kentucky are striving, are just itching to get more and more of this stuff. So I'm going to go over a couple things here with you guys. We have found that the first mineral that we had from Brad, and we're not hiding anything on that because we've been working on it together. But when I first put it out here, the only thing I had was it actually kind of molded, because it's not your normal mineral. If that tells you anything, if it's molding, it's not high in salt. Anything high in salt's not going to mold. Well, we got dosed with all that rain last year, so I started mixing some. You can see some trace mineral there, loose trace mineral in it, and I finally got that kind of competing against the rain down here. So like 50-50, right? 50 pounds of trace and 50 pounds of the mineral, which doesn't equate to 50% of salt. It's just, you know, bumps up the salt content more through that mineral, the trace mineral, and the salt that the trace mineral has in it, right? So make a long story short, we did that to try to combat that mold, because like I said, it's not your normal mineral. It's actually a feed / mineral nutrition side of it, right? It's not just salt. So like I said, if you question it, take that learning that we're doing when we're finding that to heart, right? Salt won't mold. That's why the other minerals aren't molding, but this isn't your normal mineral. So I'm going to flip you around here, guys, and show you what I do. So this mineral station here, guys, is now 5 years old. And you can see we just got rained again. I mean, this is just tracks from it quit raining yesterday right when we got home. Had another little project I had to do, but you can see, guys, the activity that's around this. I don't personally like just putting a mineral station right in the dirt. I never have. Now obviously it gets down there and they're still using it, but I put these logs, and I've showed you guys this before, but just touch on it. I put these logs with this big V in it, right? And so we just filled this one again. So touching on that, guys, what I do is I fill them about once a month, once every 6 weeks, something like that right now. And so I'm putting about I'm putting one bag out, so one of these 8-pound bags out every month, you could say, pretty much is how it equates. It's a 10-pound bag, I'm sorry, a 10-pound bag of JackHammer. We'd like to recognize our great partners: Promised Land Tree Service, Scent Thief, Painted Arrow Outdoors, Ace Power Equipment, C6 Land Clearing, Wicked Feeder Solutions, DLS Outdoors, Full Spectrum Products, and Harper Growing Solutions. But the new product, that he has now, that's still in testing and Brad's going to be releasing soon, is kind of that southern blend, something with a little more moisture, if you will, more moisture in the air, more spring rains further south, more humidity. So your Midwest here in central Kentucky, probably a lot of the Southeast could benefit from this too, right? So that's got more salt in it, but he bumped up a bunch of other things to really combat that, so we just didn't get a high salt formula, if you will. So guys, I'll wrap this one up. Kind of a little strategy on how I do this. All of my mineral stations are in the logs, and then, like I said, whatever is left in there, which is just, at the end of a couple of weeks, if I'm home, a month, whatever that is, I just kind of clean them out just a little bit so that stuff gets on the ground, and then I recharge it. But guys, you can see how much is in that log right there. So 10 pounds, right? Plus some trace in there, and it's gone when I come to refill them, right? It's almost gone, just a little bit of cleaning that log out. So that tells you that they're actually consuming it, they're eating it, not just licking it. So I won't name any names, but other products that I've used, when it does rain, it turns, when that gets warm, it turns into a salt block. I mean, you might just as well, like I did there, threw a white salt block on the end, because that's what it turns into. just a block, and they lick it. They're not consuming it. So what are the deer lacking? I don't know that, right? I don't have that information for you, but I'm just telling you that they're lacking something, especially here in my area, because they just consume it. And if they're consuming it, it's great, very nutritional. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, maybe there's something out there that's as competitive, but there's probably not a deer mineral out there that you could mention to me that I haven't tried or had clients try. And this stuff is beyond that. I mean, it's way beyond that. It's the thought process behind it is taking it away from just this salt, right? And we went more, Brad went more into that, you know, nutritional side of it. So like I said, don't let the mold story scare you. Let the mold story actually really help you, educate you on what this really is. So yes, we bumped up the salt. Brad bumped up the salt to get that fought, right? To defeat the molding part of it for parts, you know, folks in certain parts of the country. But the learning curve behind that, right, is this. The educational part behind that is this. It's not your average mineral. It does great things for your deer. It's not just abundance of salt. And so they are a great partner of ours. Brad and all of his other products, you know, Harper Growing Solutions, DLS Outdoors, Full Spectrum, his liquids, limes, and fertilizers, all under one roof, right? And the man has a wealth of knowledge and cares, really cares, guys, about the health of the herd, right? It's not just about big, beautiful food plots. It's not just about antler growth. It's not just about selling product, you know, to Brad. And that's why they're partners. So we've kind of weeded out a bunch of people over the years, and Brad is not one of those that we are probably ever going to weed out, because he's just that concerned with the health of the herd and the stewardship side of it. And, you know, became great friends. And I really appreciate Brad. And you know, like I said, just a product just like this, you know, a lot of companies would just move on when something like that happened, right? And he didn't. He made it better. And that's them are the people that we want to partner with, right? So we're going to be actually seeing Brad this week up in Michigan, and we'll get this video out so you guys too can take advantage of this product. And like I said, guys, I don't know all the scientific background of it. Reach out to Brad. He can tell you all the ins and outs of it. I don't have the answer of what my deer are lacking, but I know they're consuming it, you know, by, I guess I don't know how much I'm actually feeding of it. I put a bag, right now it's every month or two. So, I mean, I'm hundreds of pounds of it right now, right, going into spring. And I'll be honest with you, the other stuff that I was using is when I refreshed it, you know, every 2 months or something, it was still there. Maybe they lick a little bit of it. Maybe you could tell because it turned into a salt block. This is not the case. It's actually damn near gone, right, when I come back and to refresh them. So not your average product. Think outside the box. Look more towards the herd health side of things instead of just these big flashy bucks on these big flashy bags, right? And Brad's got some pretty cool artwork on here. The bags are neat looking, but it's not all about the bag, guys. It's about the herd health. So this year, start using JackHammer from DLS Outdoors through Brad Harper, guys. You'll be glad you did.